Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Being Omni. And today we are talking about having purpose. What is purpose? Understanding purpose. Our mission on this planet, our mission in life. We have all these descriptions and descriptors of what purpose is. And I want to start off by giving us an example, this metaphor. So during the week, we wake up, have a job, have a purpose. We are distracted with having this purpose of being a provider of self, being a provider for others, and we lose ourselves. We lose our sense of true purpose. Because this purpose of getting up every day, having money to feed ourselves, to support ourselves, having money to do this, having money to do that, and to provide for our family, to have a better life, to enjoy life. We do all these things. And the moment when we allow ourselves to stop in action, to pause in our action, to pause in our thoughts, a true meaning comes in. We begin the analytical process of, well, what am I doing this for? Who is this for? Why am I doing this? Does this even matter? All these thoughts that arise come from a place of anxiety, come from a place of stress, comes from a place of depression. And this is because we give our time, our mind, pause to think, to really begin to understand what it is, who we are, what we are doing, and what truly, truly, truly matters. And it is in this break, if you will, that we give ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally, where we begin this analytical process. And, you know, one of the key factors in this is our mortality. As we get older, we tend to understand, well, what truly matters, what matters for us, what matters for other people, what truly matters in the sense of us performing these daily actions. Like, what's the most important thing that we do? Is it to have fun? Is it to enjoy life? Is it to provide for ourselves and others? Is it the company of good friends and family? So all of these things, all of this stuff plays a key role in knowing what our purpose is. But having true purpose, understanding our purpose, has nothing to do with the material or physical world. It has to do more so with our energetic presence and what this means for us. And this energetic presence of self, our soul, all of this plays a big role in really understanding who truly matters in understanding the role of purpose. Is our purpose to evolve, to grow, to learn? Yes. But how do we do it? How do we fulfill this purpose? And the fulfillment of purpose is by trusting your intuition, by trusting your heart, trusting your mind, trusting these faculties that we have naturally innate abilities, trusting our intuition, trusting our mind, trusting all of this energy that is us. Because we just learn from what our parents did and what their parents did, and now with the new light, the new children coming in, we're learning from them, and having purpose takes on a different meaning depending on what generation you are in, what your life circumstances are. Having purpose is a fluctuating energetic representation of the moment, because purpose is moment to moment, day to day, month to month. It is in this aspect of really honing in on what is my purpose, what is it that I am to do here. And we get so convoluted and so caught up in the minutia of the day to day just to have a life. When I say have a life, is having expenses and having a place to live and et cetera, et cetera. It's just having that. And so that's what some of us think our purpose is. It's just to have that. But we know there's a lot more. We know there's a lot more than just the minutia of the day-to-day routine. And sometimes in that day to day routine, there are signs and signals that come to us. That come to us to let us know that there is more. And how do we discover that more? How do we feel into that more? And it's by trusting your intuition, trusting your heart. And in the trusting of more, and the knowing that there is more, things find us because of our desire to know that our purpose is greater than the day to day, than the minutiae that we find ourselves in. And it's in that purpose, and sometimes in that routine of purpose, of being a caretaker, being a good coworker, a good colleague, being a good friend, being all these things, we find our purpose. We find things that bring us joy. And this is what I want you to focus on, all these moments of joy, because in these moments of joy, we find our purpose. We find that spark of life that excites us. We find people who excite us. And this excitement is the connection to joy, to peace, to passion, to all these things. All these things that we feel elude us. But if we pause in the day to day, in the minutia, we can truly begin to see, to understand, and know that joy is our purpose. Happiness is our purpose. Like for people, like me and my peers, you know, studying and becoming a better healer, becoming a better psychic, being of service, brings me joy, and it allows me to extend that joy, to extend that presence, to extend all of this energy to you as I sit here in my joy, sharing this wisdom and knowledge to you, being of service at a greater capacity. It just lights me up. And I say this simply because we allow for something more. We allow for something greater than who we really are. And when we allow for that energy to come in, we then begin to take hold, take stock in who we are. We begin to honor ourselves in that purpose. Whatever this purpose is, it's different for everybody. Though most are similar with some variations, but we are who we are. We are humans having this amazing experience of growth and learning and evolution. But now we have to free ourselves from the distractions, from the minutia of every day, and find it, feel it. And I know it's challenging right now for each of us to live in that space. But find those little moments that spark joy. Find those little moments that spark excitement. Find those little moments that just make your heart sing and filled with love. And when you find those moments, more will come. More of those moments will come. I promise you. I guarantee that for you. So if you want to know more, I have questions, or just want to ask spirit questions, put them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to express this divine wisdom to you as I share what it means to be all, as I share what it means to be an omni, because we all are. We all are that in which we choose to be. And dear ones, I'll leave you with, remember to love yourself. Be the all. Till next time.